Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today will be kind of an experiment and I'm brave enough to record it and see what happens with it. I have made a couple times snowball cookies and that recipe calls for the condensed sweetened milk, flour, butter, sugar, and my son was like, Mama, they're not so great. You know, I love peanut butter and I love chocolate chips. So I did customize it a little bit and added those two ingredients. And so that's what I'm making today. Let me know what you think. So it is one of my experiments. I have done it twice and they came out good. So I decided, well, maybe I should share it with you. Welcome to my kitchen and thank you for watching. And the ingredients I need today: 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 sticks of butter, 1.5 cups of oats, half a cup of sweetened condensed milk with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips, half a cup of brown sugar and vanilla extract. What I need to start with is softened butter, sugar, and that condensed sweetened milk with peanut butter. I have 2 tablespoons of peanut butter put into that half a cup of condensed sweetened milk. And half a cup of sugar. And I will mix it for a few minutes until it's nice and smooth consistency. Stop every couple minutes and make sure nothing is on the bottom, as some of the mixers don't go all the way to the bottom and you will have some ingredients that are not mixed all together. So scrape the sides and also reach to the bottom of it. Make sure everything is being mixed together. You will need to mix it for a few minutes, and I would say for me it would be probably around 6 until it is really creamy and silky. Okay, that's my second time. I'm going to scrub the sides and the bottom. And also at this time, I would like to add that vanilla extract to it. Okay, and I will come closer again to show you how creamy and fluffy this is. Okay, really, really creamy and very fluffy, like a cloud. Looks like my favorite ice cream, cappuccino flavor. Okay, now I will add the flour, oats, and chocolate chips. 2 cups of flour, swifted. On the end of this video, I will talk about the flour measurement. How if you don't swift it, you will have it more in the cup than the recipe calls for. So it's very important you do swift it so it's light and it's not condensed. Because then if you have too much flour, the cookies won't be as fluffy and delicate. They will be pretty dense. Okay, so now I just want to fold the flour in. I don't want to over mix it. That's why I do not use the mixer anymore. I do it with the spalta. Okay, and those chocolate chips. Yeah, I've got a lot because that's what they like. If I make a dessert, I better make something they do enjoy. Okay, as soon as you don't see the flour, then you're done mixing. And you can bake it right away, which kind of gooey and sticky, or you can put it in the fridge so it gets cold, because it is much easier to work with a colder dough, much easier to shape. And that's what I like to do. I like to put it in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. This dough is very gooey and very sticky. That's why I like to put it in the fridge. It is so much easier to divide it into cookies. Okay, now I'm ready to divide this dough. And I like to weight about 25 grams. But if you like them a little bit bigger, 30 grams is fine. Maybe I should say between 25 and 30 grams. And my kids have two of them, and when they're smaller, they are happy they had two. They don't know they're smaller. I want to weight it, and I want to make sure that they are very close, if not the same size, because then they will bake evenly. If I have smaller and bigger cookies, then the smaller one will be overcooked and the bigger ones might be undercooked. So I would like to get them to be about the same size. If those cookies were just for me, I would crush some nuts and roll this dough in those nuts. But my children love peanut butter, but not that much of those nuts. Just like they love ketchup, but not tomatoes. And you can also freeze this dough for next time if you don't want to make all of it at once, or keep it in the fridge for 3 days and make the rest later. And my oven is preheating right now to about 335. Okay, I think that will be enough for today. The rest I will freeze for another day as soon as my oven is preheated. Talking about preheating the oven, it is ready now. So those cookies will go in. And they should bake for about 12 minutes, but watch for the color. If you see them browning, like golden, you don't want a brown color, you want golden. Take them out. Okie dokie, those are done. And it took me 13 minutes. If you make your cookies a little bit bigger than mine, then it might be a minute longer. If you make them smaller, it might be a minute shorter. The indication is the color, so that's why it's nice if you set the timer a minute before just to check on them. But I will come closer and show you the color of them up close. So here is a closer look, and I hope you can see what I'm talking about. I know it's hard with the camera when the light is not exactly right. Do you see that golden color on top? Just a little bit. And that's all you need if you want your cookies to be soft on the inside. If you get them to be more brown, keep them longer, then they will become more crunchy. But if you want them to be soft on the inside, this is all you need, just the golden color. Okay, once they cool off, I will break one in half and again come closer with the camera. Okay, I hope I can lift one up. And here you can see the bottom is a little bit darker. But on top, you don't need more than that. And I did not put any baking powder inside. I did try it with baking powder. I have put half a teaspoon in last time I baked them, and the difference was very slight. They puffed up just a tiny bit more. So it's really up to you guys if you want to use baking powder in those or not. Okay, happy baking. Thank you for watching. Smacznego. And the first one is mine. Such a delicate peanut butter flavor. Tiny bit of it, but you can taste it. Just delicious. I need a cup of coffee to go with it now. And that dash of that powdered sugar on top. I would like to let you know why I am a big fan of using scale instead of the cups. I do put measurements in cups, so it's easier. As you know, I'm from Europe, so everything for me is in grams. And here in United States, any recipes you have is usually in cups. But I want you to pay attention to one thing, so take it as a tip. I learned by mistakes because I've done it before. So I have put together a flour, the same flour, all-purpose flour, into the same measuring cups. Exactly 2 cups in here and exactly 2 cups in here. But I want to measure it using the scale and show you if there is a difference and how much of a difference it can be. So here is the first 2 cups of flour, as you can see, 2 cups. And here is exactly 2 cups, all around. No cheating. And I will turn on, and there's nothing here, my scale. So it's set to 0. Maybe I should show you. So it's set to 0. If you can see. Okay, and I will put the first 2 cups in. And it says it is 248 grams. So now I will take this into a different cup, and it's empty. Put it back. It comes back to 0. And now the other 2 cups. All of it. And this one is 314. So now you can see that 2 cups are not created equal, right? They do not measure on a scale the same. So why is that? Well, it's all about handling the flour. If we are gentle with it, the flour is fluffy, it's light, and then 2 cups, nice fluffy flour. If you handle the flour, shake it, kind of bang it, on the surface somewhere, it loses its volume because it becomes dense. So you keep adding to have exactly 2 cups, right? Well, but it's much, much more heavier. It's much, much more flour that you need. So if you ever had a cake and you tried to follow the measurements and directions and the cake wasn't quite the way you hoped, it wasn't as fluffy, it wasn't as delicate, it wasn't as soft, well, maybe because there was too much flour. So it's just a tip, and I hope you will find it helpful to kind of pay attention to how we handle flours. I know how it is when you bake something and you put your heart into it, time into it, and then it doesn't come out the way you hope for. And it's frustrating. So I hope this helps. Thank you for watching.